Standing here with ghost teeth. Everyone, could you please introduce yourself? We have starting with...
I'm called Joe.
I'm Gabby.
And I'm Nate Dogg.
I want to start with, what is everyone's favorite local band right now? It doesn't have to be a current band. It can be a band from the past, but just a band that's come from Vancouver.
I really like Chronic Fatigue.
Me too. Me
They're
too.
also really nice people too. Yeah.
And Joe?
I'm going to go with the Viagra Boys. Just kidding. I'm going to go with Kai Bravewood. Love those guys. Beautiful piano ballads, sexy, soulful vocals. They're unfortunately not playing together right now. But if they were to play right now, they should reunite. And Kai Bravewood, if you're hearing this, you should get back together. I love your music and you guys. You're awesome.
Dazer May, my fellow Vernon boys. And we also all love Sundress.
Hell yeah.
Who doesn't love Sundress? Honestly, one of my favorite local bands right now. What is the artist that made y'all want to start playing music in the first place? Either like writing songs or picking up an instrument in the first place?
I feel like for me personally, I've been inspired by a lot of artists. I really like Amo and the Sniffers because I feel like, I don't know if Amo's actually her real name or not, but I feel like that's what it is. Okay. I feel like she's very like, this is who I am, I'm not going to change. And I kind of like that. And I also really like Mitski, but that's like a different side. That's like a sad, depressed side, but that's also like cool too.
I love pop punk, so I'd probably say Green Day and Blink 182.
Gabby, you and I were talking about small towns earlier, and I feel like there's something about pop punk bands that just like inherently you kind of have to hate your hometown. Do you feel that way as well? Like, does everyone kind of hate their hometown or no?
Fun fact, Nickelback actually lived in my hometown for a very brief amount of time.
So are you like a Nickelback inspired? Is this like Nickelback fan fiction in a way you could like kind of say?
No, I just think that's a fun fact that I need to share with people, even though I have no relation to it at all. But now you get to know.
If you were to describe your sound to somebody who'd never heard you before, what would you say?
Loud, frenetic, juicy, delightful, scintillating, and perhaps fascinating.
Ooh,
That was all the words, I feel like.
there's many words.
All the words that can make you money.
That's all the words I know. That was all of them.
You guys have a song called Crush.
Yes.
How did that come about?
You know, that's a good question. The classic, who hasn't had a crush? You see someone and you say, oh my God, you're beautiful. And you get a little bashful, a little scared maybe. You start to blush. That's what it's about.
Because you have a crush.
Because you have a crush.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's universal. We've all had it. That's what it's about.
Yeah. Pretty
When
much.
it comes to songwriting, does one person come with an idea kind of like fleshed out full song-wise, or is it like, here's a bass riff, then that's going to become a guitar riff over here, or is it kind of like you guys have an idea and you flesh it out?
It depends, because I feel like we've had a lot of moments where we've just been jamming and then we spontaneously make something out of that.
Classic.
But sometimes I also write things and then I bring it and I'm like, hey guys, this is a thing I have. And then we kind of like go from there too. So it really depends, but I feel like a lot of our more like high energy stuff comes from us just like jamming, I feel, because we get like really, ooh, the vibe. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Exactly.
What's something you think that the Vancouver music scene does really well, and what is something that you think it could improve on?
You know, paying artists.
Real.
They need to pay artists more. We need more money, guys. We need more money. If you want to give us your money, you should. If you want to open up your wallet right now and you say, wow, that band Ghost Teeth are so sexy and cool and awesome, and I love their art and their creativity, and you want to give us all of your life savings, then you should.
But like give it to other people too, because they also deserve it.
Sure. I think people generally like it's a very creative scene. I don't know why. Should I look at the camera? Is there a camera, or are we just audio? There is a camera. I'm gonna look at the camera because that feels right. I feel like people, there's a very diverse scene. Like I feel like we have a good rap scene, we have a good indie scene, we have a good punk scene. Yeah, I feel the Vancouver music scene is very good at having a diverse range of sounds, and that is very cool. And seeing like people's the way they make art, that's fucking awesome.
I think that, as Joe said, there's a lot of diverse sounds. I think that shoegaze especially does really well here too. There's a lot of different shoegaze bands.
The 90s are in.
But something I do think that could be improved is that there's not a lot of diversity in terms of like people sometimes. And I feel like, because I remember I had this one experience where like, sorry, this is kind of personal, but there's this black girl in the audience and she came up to me at the end of the set and she was like, "I'm so happy that you're on stage." And I was like, "Ah!" And that's like all I ever wanted.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm kind of like, I feel like it's a little bit scary sometimes for people like me to put themselves out there and to do this kind of thing because there like is a little bit more judgment. So I don't really think that's because people are being excluded, and I don't think that's because people are being rude. Like sometimes that does happen, especially with the older crowd, but I feel like it's because like people are scared to put themselves in this space if they feel like maybe they're not supposed to be a part of it. So I feel like maybe if we put more of an emphasis on like this is for everybody and everybody is welcome, which is what does happen, but it's not all the time. I feel like that would be a lot more helpful for people.
If there's anything you could say to somebody starting out in the music scene that would be beneficial, what would that be?
Don't give a fuck. Just do it. Just do it. Just shut up and do it. If you have some kind of art, even if you think it's shitty, put it out there. Because somebody might be like, "Wow, that art's pretty cool and awesome, and I want to hear more of it, or I want to see more." Maybe it's a painting, and they say, "Wow, I love that painting." Maybe it's an interpretive dance, and they say, "Wow, I love that interpretive dance." Perhaps it's a play. And the people say, "Wow, I love that play. I love theater. I love local theater." That could be you. Someone could say that about you. So that's my advice.
That's good advice. It's a lot scarier than it actually is, because when you first start, you're going to be like, "Oh my God, people are watching me. I don't know what I'm doing. I sound like shit." But yeah, it's a lot scarier than it seems a lot scarier than it actually is. And I think something really cool is like when you see people just starting, it's kind of like heartwarming, because I'm like, "Oh, like we were in your shoes at one point." And I feel like people are always welcoming to new people as well in the scene, because they want to like know what you're about. They want to know what you do, what you sound like, and it's a lot more welcoming than scary.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about yourself?
I think when you're joining a band, it's not just a band. You're joining a community, a family. You're making a group of friends. And I think it's really important to foster those relationships, and that'll make it last long term.
True. Thank you so much for coming out, y'all.